the news tonight, federal government takes steps to digitize cooperative societies to boost transparency and efficiency. Nigerian Customs Service, Ogun Area 1 Command seized 721 million naira worth contraband. Good evening and welcome to the news desk at 7, coming to you from your heritage station. I am Fatima Hassan and thank you for joining us today. Nigeria and Turkey have commended the initiative of the just signed agreement on diaspora cooperations between both countries. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, have been engaging relevant Turkish ministry and agencies for smooth implementation of the agreement. At the latest meeting after signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, supervised by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his Turkish counterpart, Recep, chairman of NIDCOM, Abike Dabiri Erewa, finalized the process with the presidency for talks abroad and other related activities. The federal government has unveiled plans to digitize Nigeria's cooperative societies, aiming to modernize operations, enhance transparency in financial reporting, and improve governance across more than 30,000 registered cooperatives nationwide. The initiative was announced by the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, during a stakeholders meeting in Abuja focused on reviewing the Nigerian Cooperative Societies Act. Musa Babali report.
The federal government is currently reviewing the law that sets up Nigeria's cooperative societies. The goal is to improve service delivery without corruption or irregularities. One of these steps is reviewing the act with input from key stakeholders guided by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security.
For taking this initiative and for the
Here is the Minister of State, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, highlighting the objectives of reviewing the Act, Cap N98 LFN 2024. Dr. Sabi stressed that digitalization will bring efficiency, integrity, inclusion, and sustainable growth to the sector. The effort is part of the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp Program. It supports President Bola Tinubu's aim to reach a $1 trillion economy by 2030.
The Act is to be implemented with leadership provided by the Federal Department of Cooperatives at the federal level and the State Department of Cooperatives in the various states of the Federation. And I believe in doing that, they are to maintain the integrity of the cooperative movement, which has as the overall umbrella the mother of everybody, the Cooperative Federation of Nigeria.
Main focus area include digital registration and national cooperative database, digital membership ID systems, electronic documents, and simpler administration filings and reporting.
The essence of being here is actually to discuss and review the cooperative law, which has been in process for some time.
The initiative is seen as a major framework to make cooperatives key drivers of community wealth, poverty reduction, and widespread development. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The need for postgraduate students to deepen their knowledge, foster critical thinking, and acquire relevant skills to contribute meaningfully in their field have been emphasized. The call was made by speakers at a one-day postgraduate colloquium organized by Southwestern University. Correspondent was at the university's main hall, venue of the event, and files in the report. The event with a theme, From Proposal to Publication, Navigating the Postgraduate Research Journey, highlighted the importance of collective effort to create a safer community. Dr. Talani Abdullah Hassan of the Department of Economics, Taisholari Federal University of Education, Ijagun, emphasized the need for postgraduate students to be more systematic in their thinking, be versatile, and to be more innovative.
If you are a PhD program, the P there is perseverance. It's for you to persevere because there will be challenges on the way. You have to persevere. The H there talks about you being hardworking, you being humble to achieve that your degree. And the D is diplomacy. You have to be diplomatic enough for you to achieve your degree.
Professor Adetunji Amusa of the Postgraduate School, Southwestern University, and other speakers stressed the need for postgraduate students to be more diligent in their academic journey and foster culture of respect, open communication, and accountability. They suggested that cordial relationship between supervisor and supervisee concerning their research projects are tools for success.
In the program, they will learn about how to write research proposal. They will learn how to get their literature materials ready.
It's quite interesting and superb because he has been able to assist the students in knowing how to go about research work.
By the time they want to write their research, they will have more knowledge on what research really entails. In the research aspect, it will help them to know how to write a proper research.
Attendees also shared their thoughts about how the program has changed their narratives about the postgraduate journey.
Those that help you in sample collection, those that did the data analysis, so you must acknowledge everybody.
I learned that PhD work, you may not actually be able to do it all alone, especially when you get to the aspect of methodology. You need to seek the assistance of a statistician so that the work will be very okay.
Mentorship, network collaboration, and presentation of certificates of participation also added glamour to the program. From Southwestern, the Nigerian Customs Service Ogun Area 1 Command says it recorded seizures of contraband and illicit items with a duty-paid value of over 721 million naira between January 1st and January 28, 2026. The Area Comptroller, Mr. Olukayode Afeni, disclosed this at a news conference in Idiroko, attributing the achievement to intelligence-driven operations and commitment of officers of the command. Lekon Agbonde report.
The area controller, Omukari Afeni, says the command is building on previous achievements, recording major breakthroughs in anti-smuggling operations and revenue generation. He discloses that the command remitted over 106 million naira to the Federation account in January 2026, representing an increase of over 84% compared to the same period last year. Items seized include 1,042 bags of 50 kilogram smuggled foreign rice, 3,738 parcels of cannabis sativa, 780 used tires, 2 locally made rifles, and 198 rounds of ammunition.
6 used vehicles and 1 means of conveyance, 4 sacks of 25 kg of caffeine hydros, 72 packs of Sudoku plant extraction toothpaste, 120 gram, 84 Sudoku vitamin D, 108 gram each. Both of them have been declared unfit by NAFDAC. 2 pieces of traditional carvings. The 2 seized traditional carvings will be sent for expert appraisal to determine the next course of action. This incident underscores the ongoing threat to our cultural heritage. Ogun 1, under my watch, will act decisively to nip antiquity thefts in the bud, to protect our national legacy.
Presenting the 2025 scorecard, the controller says the command recorded a total of 487 seizures with duty-paid value of over 4 billion naira, while remitting more than 454 million naira to the Federation account. He attributed the successes to interagency collaboration and subsequently handed over 6 narcotics, arms and regulated products to the NDLEA, the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, as well as NAFDAC. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NT News.
Still on our English update, we'll be going on a short break. Please stay with us.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, NTA remains Nigeria's trusted voice. To our partners, government agencies, corporate bodies, political parties, and religious institutions, thank you. And to our millions of viewers, you are the reason we serve. Through every moment, big and small, we tell Nigeria's story with pride, balance, and integrity. As the new year begins, expect more, better programs, innovative storytelling, clearer signals, and fantastic broadcast deliveries that meet global standards. Together, we move forward with stories that matter. Nigerian Television Authority, Africa's largest network. You can't beat the reach.
wonderful world of SureClean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with SureClean. SureClean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean white and all colors, SureClean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of SureClean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. SureClean detergent makes your family clean and happy. SureClean detergent, happiness with every wash.
Welcome back. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority directs all domestic airlines to add a mandatory special needs assistance option to their ticket reservation platforms. This is to ensure that passengers with disabilities or reduced mobility can request help when booking flights at the airport or during the flight. NCAA says airline must comply within 7 days or face regulatory action. The rule is part of Nigeria's aviation regulations to make air travel more accessible and inclusive. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kairi, has reaffirmed the President Ahmed Tinubu-led administration's commitment to self-sufficiency in food production through continued support for an all-year-round farming. The minister gave the assurance at the flag-off of the distribution of agricultural machineries and input to smallholder farmers and cooperatives in Kwara State, held in Ilorin, and the report.
As part of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, the federal government in 2023 declared a state of emergency on food security to ameliorate food crisis in the country. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has consequently rolled out programs and projects to address some of the challenges affecting food production, one of which is high cost of agro inputs and other farm machineries. To this end, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security flagged off the distribution of herbicides, liquid fertilizers, sprayers, water pumps, and other essential implements to farmers across Kwara State free of charge. Hundreds of smallholder farmers, including women and the physically challenged, are benefiting through their various community associations and cooperative groups.
We in Abuja might not know all of them, but at least the extension officers, the community associations, the cooperative, they register all these farmers, they know them. So we are reaching them through these various group. So at least this input can be given to their members free.
The intervention would go a long way in reducing the cost of production for our farmers. It's also going to improve their capacity.
Now we are clearing the land. So when rain, after the establishment of rain, we do our land preparation. So the seed are there, everything is there. So we start our work immediately.
Stakeholders at the program described the intervention as timely, with a call on the beneficiaries not to sell but make judicious use of the tools in the interest of all.
An 8-day fidal prayer has been organized in honor of late Mrs. Zetunde Montenant Adedokun Ne Adesanya. Anthony Gardino was at the Palace of Olisa of Ijebu Ode, venue of the prayer, and now report.
That is one of the songs among Muslim faithful whenever they gathered for any fidal prayer. Speaking at the 8-day fidal prayer held at Olisa Palace, Ijebu Ode, in honor of late Mrs. Yetunde Modina Adedokun, the Eketa Adini of Ijebu Ode represented church congregation of friends, families, and sympathizers to be mindful of their behaviors and characters while alive, knowing fully well that death will call one day and they will be judged according to their service to God and humanity.
Whatever any religion that you belong to, you are Muslim, you are Christian, the important of your living is to worship your Almighty Allah accordingly.
The cleric advised those whom the deceased left behind to rededicate their lives to God on the judgment day. Relatives of the deceased include Olori Adesanya, described late Mrs. Yetunde Modina Adedokun as a pillar of strength, a reservoir of wisdom, and a woman whose heart was large as her legacy.
She's been so good, so nice, she's loyal, and she's open-minded somebody.
She's a very good person, a hardworking person, caring.
Even I had working to a fault for over 64 years. I've known her. We've been a good family. Very nice person. Well, I'm religious, but not fanatical.
Mrs. Yetunde Modina Adedokun ni Adesanya died at the age of 65 and was survived by husband, children and grandchildren in Ijebu Ode. Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
May the departed soul rest in perfect peace. That completes our bulletin for tonight. Join us next week for more interesting stories. Do have a wonderful night rest.
Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí o. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí o. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, NTA remains Nigeria's trusted voice. To our partners, government agencies, corporate bodies, political parties, and religious institutions, thank you. And to our millions of viewers, you are the reason we serve. Through every moment, big and small, we tell Nigeria's story with pride, balance, and integrity. As the new year begins, expect more, better programs, innovative storytelling, clearer signals, and fantastic broadcast deliveries that meet global standards. Together, we move forward with stories that matter. Nigerian Television Authority, Africa's largest network. You can't beat the reach.